Hey guys, my name is Pierre from Can-Am, SpyderAccessories.com, and welcome to the Spyder Shop. Today we're going to do an installation video. What are we going to do? We're going to be changing up this dashboard, this black textured dashboard on an RT 2018-2019 for, why? We're going to change it for this beautiful Oxford blue color matched dashboards. You ready? Here we go. So I'm going to give you an overview of exactly what we're going to be doing so you have an idea of where we're going. So we're going to be removing these 4 screws here with a torque 25. So once we remove the 4 screws that are there, we're actually going to be able to pull on the dash a little bit. So there's a couple of things that we're going to be recycling on this. We're going to be recycling the speaker grills on either side, so on the right hand side and left hand side. And we're also going to be recycling the trim that's here as well. So it could be, here it's silver, but it could be black on your bike, but it's also going to come out. We're going to be putting that back on your new dash. Now, you have to remember one thing. This is where, maybe you may get confused at the start, but just remember that the LCD screen that's here is actually going to stay on the bike. It doesn't come out. What you're pulling out is the piece that I showed you at the start. It's the dashboard itself. So once we remove our 4 screws, you're going to see me look behind there, and we're going to be pressing down on a couple of clips that are going to be just about here on the back side, and that's going to allow me to separate the LCD screen from the dashboard. One of the first things that I'm going to recommend for you is go get a microfiber rag just like this. You put it underneath the water, just drain the excess water and bring it over. It's going to give it a little bit of weight. And we're going to put this right here. Why? Well, we're going to be working with a new dashboard that's been painted. It's got a clear coat on it. You don't want to scratch it. You're not allowed to scratch your brand new dash. So put the microfiber cloth or rag right here. So at least we're as careful as we can be. Go ahead and get your torque 25 screwdriver or electro screwdriver and get the screws out. We don't want to lose anything, so always have one of these handy. Everything that you take out goes in here. It's really easy to lose one of these screws down here. So what I do is I usually leave them behind because they actually hold in place once you've unscrewed them. Then I got one of these little magnets and I'm just going to go in and get them out really carefully, one at a time. Now just go ahead and start on each side a little bit at a time, pulling on the dash until you've extended the harness that's behind it and you can't pull anymore. This is actually a beautiful view of what you need to do. So here we go. We're going to have these 2 speakers on each side, right? So there's one on each side. You're going to have to remove this and this, right? You see these 2 little red or pink ones here? You're just going to slightly remove them. You're going to use don't pull on the wire at the back here. You want to pull at the base here. But if it's kind of hard because, it's got dirt on it and all that, use some long nose pliers. Otherwise, just go ahead and pull those out with your finger. You got to do that on both sides. You don't have to worry about identifying those wires on each side because they're actually not the same size. You've got a small one and a big one, so they're actually just going to go back where they fit. Now pull again on the dash a little bit until you can see behind it right here. And this is where you took out one screw. This is where you took out the other screw. I want you to look about an inch on the inside towards the center, an inch towards the inside, going towards the center, and you'll see here on the LCD screen, this is the LCD screen right here, all right? Now what you need to do, this is the dash LCD screen, you're actually going to be leaving this in there, and how it's going to clip away is that if you have a look, an inch away, you've got a little round thing here. Now there's a clip just below that. You're going to push down on the clip there, and here. And as you do that, that LCD screen is just going to fall backwards. Now we're going to need a workstation so we can actually transfer the two grills and that center trim, including the two speakers, from your dash to the new dash. So get yourself a space on a workbench, on a table. I want you to have something soft. It could be styrofoam. It could be just like a towel that you can put down on the work surface so we don't scratch that new dash. To remove the speaker grills, you're going to have 5 little push pins that you're going to be pushing in. So as you push them inside gently, the grill's just going to fall down. To remove the center trim, you're actually going to be using the same technique. So start pushing those pins. Just look carefully if you need to push inside or outside. Some of them are towards the inside or the outside, and you just go all the way around. You got one trim on one side, one trim on the other side. To be able to remove the speakers, you've actually got three screws on each side, and you're going to be removing that with a Torque 20 screwdriver. Take your new dash and just go ahead and put those speakers back. Time to put back the speaker grills. And now we put back the trim. As I've worked on so many of these bikes before, I've noticed one thing, that the LCD screen, where it sits once you've taken out the dashboard, is different one bike to the other. You could have an LCD screen that falls really close to the handlebars. You could have another one that sits way back and gives you less room for you to work with your fingers. Now, as I opened up this bike, I found that it was quite comfortable to work with. Now, this is actually good for the video's sake, because if yours is a little bit tighter and it's kind of hard to get your fingers behind there, you could actually see exactly where you needed to put your fingers. Now, to put the dash back, we really don't want to scratch it. So this is what I recommend. We're going to look a little bit at that harness. I'm going to get the camera in there. There's going to be a zip tie that's there. And what we're going to do is that we're going to use a utility knife, and we're going to cut that zip tie so the big harness that's in the back, that big part there, you can actually pull on it a little bit, which will give you more room to work when you put the dash back on the LCD screen so you don't scratch anything. The zip ties that you need to cut are right here. See that there? If you can go ahead and cut that one, the one that's holding this one, it seems to already have been cut because I've got a lot of loose on that wire. You should have a little bit less if it hasn't been cut. So this zip tie is actually holding something else, but there was one holding right there. If you cut that, you'll be able to pull on the LCD screen and give you more room. So now we're ready to go work and put this back. Now I want you to have a look at these two clips here, or two little plastic tabs that are here. One here and one right here. You see these two here? Now this LCD screen, I'm going to put this down here, has got one there and another one there. See these two little brackets sticking out? They're going to go and rest at the bottom of the dashboard, in here and in here. That's your first step. Once you've put those two parts in here and in here, you're actually going to be pushing the LCD screen forward until it clips here and here. at this point, you want to take the handlebars and turn them all the way left. So you can have a little bit of room to play with here, because we got to go put those speaker wires on each side. Now this is really important to have this rag here. See how close you are with the dash to this handlebar part here. So you really want to push that down here so you don't have any accident happen. You're almost done. Now, what's left to be done is put those screws back. Now, I want you to do this by hand. Don't use the electrical screwdriver. Don't use an impact drill. You're almost there. You didn't scratch it. Do it by hand. The little trick I can give you is that when you put the screw in and you're actually screwing it in, I want you to take your fingers and hold it all the way. 2 hands. Why 2 hands? Because you're using a torque screwdriver, and that's really pointy. If this runs away from you as you're screwing in, you're going to scratch the inside of that beautiful dash, and it's not black plastic, so if you scratch it, you're definitely going to see it. So be careful, go easy, 1 at a time, but 2 hands on the screwdriver. Well, that was easy enough. That was the installation video for the RT Series Color Match Dashboard 2018-2019. You can get it where? You can get that at Can-Am SpyderAccessories.com. That's Can-Am SpyderAccessories.com. Look for more products from us. We have a ton of them coming out. So subscribe to our YouTube channel and be safe on the roads, guys. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.